probably the most disgusting form of baseball I have ever watched. And as you guys know, I've watched a lot of baseball in my time. I've played a lot of baseball in my time. That was one of the worst performances I've ever seen. I wouldn't even say by either team, all right? It's by the umpires, by the video review guys who are blinder than anybody. I don't know how the heck you make that call. And then, of course, just it's so fitting that it ends on a bases-loaded, 4-pitch walk by Brad Hand, and they walk it off on a walk. What a great ending to this game, eh? It's just a terrible, terrible game all around. Let's go to the bottom of the third inning where Tom Murphy, who exactly, hits a 2-run bomb off of Robbie Ray, who was stellar, and you're down 2-0. Top of the fourth inning, Hernandez gets rung up on a pitch. Let me keep going. Hold on. Because it felt like Seattle not only got those calls happening, the umpire was a disaster for both teams, but I'm not going to get into that. The strike zone was an absolute atrocity all game long. The pop-up slide from Simeon. I mean, there's the horseshoe rammed so far up their butt. It would have been a leadoff double, then Vladdy gets a walk, then Bo doubles. We could be talking about the Jays tying the game there, then Gurriel with the RBI. We could be talking about the Jays winning this ball game. But no! The pop-up slide, he gets out. Hernandez gets rung on a pitch about yay much off the plate. Disaster. I got some things written down here. Right, in the first 3 innings of this game, the Jays hit 3 balls to the warning track. Again, horseshoe, right up their butt. And let's get to it. Okay, shall we? Because honestly, I was writing stats down. I have all the stats until the last inning, and then I just stopped. And I'm not even going to bother reading stats out for this game. I could say a couple maybe, but that's about it. It starts with an Alejandro Kirk single. They bring in Breivik Valera to pinch run. Makes sense. Then Corey Dickerson comes on to pinch hit for Randall Grichuk. He hits a single through the right side. Good job. 2 on, nobody out. It's almost mathematical that Espinal is going to bunt. He does a great bunt. Bounces right off home plate. It goes right up in the air. Both runners move up. He gets thrown out. Great sack bunt. Second and third, 1 out. Springer comes up. He walks. All right, good stuff. Bases loaded for Simeon. Simeon with 2 strikes pops up down the first baseline. It's caught by the first baseman. Valera breaks and goes home. He slides in. They call him safe. When we're all jacked up, it looked out initially, but the umpire calls him safe. You watch the replay. Where did his glove touch Valera? People are like, well, there's no gap in between there. Well, how about you go in the zoom-in look, the high-definition look, and enlighten me on what part of that glove actually moved. The strings, or whatever the heck you want to call them, the fabric on the ends of the gloves, they didn't even move. The tip of the glove, if it touched his shoulder, you would have seen it bend back or at least move a little. It didn't. And the strings don't move, so it's not like he outstretched and got him. So in what planet did he touch him out? Did he tag him out? There's no, and the fact that he called him safe initially, and they had to overturn it with concrete evidence that he was out. And I'm like, they must have some, insane angle that we don't see, which I thought was a pretty good one, the one that zoomed right in on home plate. I thought it was a great angle. They must have seen something that nobody else saw. They must have seen something crazy because there was absolutely zero concrete evidence that he tagged him out. There was nothing. So then they call him out. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. This is it's abomination of a game so far. Adam Simber comes out, and I was all for that move. Right? Because we've seen in extra innings, Adam Simber, he's a contact guy, right? He's not a big strikeout guy. So when you've got second base and nobody out, you want strikeouts. So you save Romano for that. So it makes sense to have Adam Simber go out there with the clean inning to work. He can't find the strike zone. He gets the first 2. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he had the first 2 guys, then walks the next 2, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Both lefties. And then Torrens, I think that's how you say his name, hits a little chopper, goes off of Simber, and what are the odds? I mean, what are the odds that Marcus Simeon's going to run into the base runner, and they call interference on Simeon, and the bases are now loaded? I mean, like I said, the horseshoe's up their butt. The New York, whoever was reviewing it, have no eyesight whatsoever. And you bring in Brad Hand. You know what? I kind of understand the move. Everyone's going to yell at Charlie Montoya, but I get the move, and I'm all for that move. Because Adam Simber clearly was having a tough time throwing strikes to lefties. Right? He walked two of them. So you bring in the lefty to face the lefty, the young lefty, with the veteran reliever, and you walk him on 4 flipping pitches. He can't find the strike zone to save his life. You get walked off on a bases-loaded walk. You know what? Enough of these notes. I don't even need those. What a disaster. And the Red Sox win today. So the Jays are now 3.5 back of them. They could have tied the Yankees, a.k.a. jumped them because of the season series against them. But now we're a game back of them. We're 3.5 back of the Red Sox. We're 4.5 back of Oakland. This game was massive, and that is how it finished? That is ridiculous. I am fighting so hard not swearing right now because it is just, I'm livid with the way this game played out. You have no luck with the warning track shots. You're ripping balls right at guys. You can't come up with the clutch knock. The umpire's all over the home plate umpire strike zone is like a flipping circus out there. You know, you get Tom flipping Murphy of all people getting the 2-run bomb. The damn Simeon pop-up. I know there's probably some other things that I missed in here. The Simeon pop-up. And then the bases loaded walk. And then the funny thing is, it was with all 2 outs. And not one ball got out of the infield. Like, are you... Oh, my God. This team shows us hope. They show fight. And they show all the great stuff at home, getting back into this wild card race. You're right there. And then this happens. And especially after Robbie Ray went 7 innings, a 2-run ball. He was fantastic. Richards, fantastic in his 1 inning of work. And everyone, okay, let me end it off with this, because I'm not even talking about, look, first off, Vladdy had a decent night at the plate. He had a ripping base hit and 2 walks. And people are going to yell at Charlie Montoya for the Brad Hand move. They're going to yell at him for Breivik Valera going home, because Vladdy's up next. You got to remember, Vladdy's not been hitting well. Now, I understand he's an amazing hitter and you got to trust the guy. But read the situation. The ball was popped up down the first baseline. The guy had to make an over-shoulder catch, but basically a basket catch over his shoulder. He has to spin and fire home. Valera's got all right speed. With 2 out, with 1 out, and then it makes it 2 out, you gotta risk that shit. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to say that, but I'm gonna say it because, come on. You gotta take a risk at some point. Because if you don't send him, and Vladdy strikes out, people will be yelling at Charlie because they didn't send him. I'm in between. I understand why they sent him. If he was safe, everyone would be calling Charlie a genius and a god. But he was out. Very, very big asterisks on the out. Because I swear, if we hear tomorrow, I don't know if they do it in baseball, but they do it in basketball. If we hear coming out tomorrow that they looked at the play and, oh, they made a mistake. You flippin' reviewed it. Yeah, if you do that too, then there's something seriously wrong with you. I don't even know who's pitching tomorrow. Ryu, I believe? And it's Ryu for the Jays tomorrow. I don't know who the heck's going for the Seattle Mariners. I guess this is why Seattle, is not a complete abomination of a team this year, because they have stuff like this happen. All of their stats look like they should be a bottom 10 team in the American, bottom 5 team in the American League. Somehow they're like 6 games over 500. It's games like this. Now, it doesn't help the Jays went like 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. That does not help, obviously. But when stuff like this is happening, you just got to throw in your talents. Like, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing. You know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, and it's the first real rage of the season, Let me know what you thought. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game, what the heck you like, not like from today's game. There's some things you can like. Ray was great. The 2-run single from Gurriel was great. Richards was great. What'd you not like from the ball game for the Toronto Blue Jays? Twitter is down below for myself. All the same media, all that great stuff. The Instagram link is down below as well, so follow up there if you have not done so already, guys. And I will talk to you tomorrow. We're here again, hopefully talking about a much different ball game. Tomorrow night, Jays, Mariners, game 2 of the 3-game set. Jays have lost a couple games in a row. And with the loss, obviously, in Boston playing flipping Baltimore, we're now 3.5 back of them, 1 game back of the Yankees. And this loss really, really hurt. Tomorrow, 10:07 first pitch, 10:10, whatever the heck it is, in Seattle, as Jays look to bounce back and win a game. Ryu on the mound for the Jays really needs to bounce back after his last outing, all right? Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you guys then.